Hi Anne, how are you?
Hi, Nikita. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for
And,
having me.
and namaste and bonjour to all the viewers because this is New Delhi and Paris, near to Paris. It's a very nice town where Anne is living, and Anne is our representative in France. She runs a company called Sanskriti Collection, and she's uh, dealing with the top quality of teas and very quality focused and slowly and gradually establishing a niche for Indian teas. So she's very important for our country, and she's giving so much spotlight to Indian teas that we're so happy to collaborate with her.
Thank you so much.
And a little bit about me. I am the fourth generation in the tea business. My family has a business called Mittal Teas, and we are based in Delhi. We're aggregators. We get teas from Darjeeling, Assam, Nilgiri, Kangra, Arunachal, herbs and spices from all over India. And then we try to curate the best of the teas at the best possible prices. And we are also very quality conscious, so we are supplying teas to hotels, premium hotels in India. We are exporting teas to a lot of countries that are, again, oriented, focused on quality and good quality teas. So that's a little bit about me. So today's topics are, and that, you being in France, you could have chosen a Japanese tea or Chinese teas. Why did you choose Indian teas?
Thanks to your father, Nikita. Just because I lived in India, in New Delhi, for 3 years, I fell in love with the country, and I spent so many hours in your shop in New Delhi. And so that's how my passion for tea and Indian tea started. And for India, of course.
So you chose to pursue it as a business. So what is it that inspired you?
Um, it's just the diversity. So I was a tea drinker, but I had never really heard about Indian teas. So I just knew that India was producing some very good teas like Darjeeling, which are the most famous in France, and nothing else. So I, as I was so grateful to your father to have given me that passion, I wanted to do something to promote Indian teas and India.
That's nice, So, by the way, my father's name is Vikram Mittal, and he's really passionate about tea. So, yes, I've heard that before, that somebody starting a tea business just because the passion rubbed off. So, yeah, that's nice. And so, how did you find your niche buyers for such teas, even with big brands like Mariage Frères? Am I saying it right? Mariage Frères?
Almost right.
Oh,
So mariage, frère. Yeah,
okay.
mariage, frère.
Okay.
So you have two sides, the B2B business and the B2C. For the B2B business, it's so I understood that it was really complicated for small tea houses to buy Indian tea because they all go through, or the main batches, they go through an auction, and you have to have a broker, and the broker um, doesn't listen to what you want, and also you have to buy big quantities. So for the small tea houses, it was really complicated. And yes, I did some researches. I knew some of the main tea houses, the small ones, and so I got in touch with them. Some of them, they already had heard about Vikram Mittal and Mittal Teas. because they had come to India in the past. And so, yeah, and also I use Instagram just to find some newcomers, new brands. And so I get in touch with them. I ask them if they would be interested in Indian teas, and I tell them that I can get for them the best Indian teas. And then B2C, so that is something different. So it's through my network, and then so word to mouth mainly. And I also use Instagram. I have two bloggers. I work with them. So one is a tea blogger, and the other one is a tea and perfume blogger. So there are really close connections between perfume and teas. So they talk about our teas to their community, and then brings us some more clients.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I think somebody who can make customized blends and cater to special requests is really what is needed, especially by startups. So that's a great support that you lend to them in France. That I see you working with a lot of newcomers, and even with their small orders, you dedicate a lot of time and passion. So that's commendable.
Yeah, it's actually I learned that from your father, Vikram Mittal.
Yeah.
Because before I didn't have a business, so that's just how, yeah, just seeing him with his customers and dedicating so much time to me too. That's how, yeah.
We'll invite him for the next call. I think today he was not available, but we can do the next call, which will be more technical about tea.
Yeah.
And
And also something important is the quantities, because the big wholesalers, they ask people to get a minimum quantity, and so thanks to you, I don't have to do that. So even a new company who wants to get only 1 kilo of one tea and then 10 different teas, but just 1 kilo, it's possible. And that's something really important for them.
yes, sometimes we run late because of the quality focus, and each blend is very consistent when it has to be you, because you check every blend, every shipment to make sure your customers and even the end consumer gets the same consistency. So we also try to live up to that European standard. So, and my next question for you is, what is the tea culture in France, and what kind of teas do people prefer there?
So tea culture in France. So France is mainly, because of its history, a coffee drinking country. But we have had some tea rooms for many years. And I remember, so in the old days, it was really associated with the English culture. So you find these cozy places where you would eat some nice cake and have your tea. And then I think that the really French identity of the tea room came through a movie, Marie Antoinette from Sofia Coppola. Just because you had these macarons, and that's how the macaron became famous.
Oh,
Thanks to this American movie. Yeah, because I don't remember having seen so many macarons before. So this nice blend of pastel colors and tea, it came up at the time.
I didn't know that.
So, and so now I can say that people here, they get their teas mainly from supermarkets. It's 80% of the market, supermarkets. And then you have like 4 or 5 really famous brands. So it means that the really high quality tea, it's like, it's really a niche. So in the past, you always had some people who knew about tea, and mainly because they had discovered good teas in England. But so nowadays you have this very small niche of young consumers who is looking for high quality teas, ready to pay the price for it. And so they take everything, the tea and the tea ceremony. So tea ceremony is something really important for them. So they will brew their tea with the gomcha and all. Yeah, it's so that's how it goes here now.
But do you think it's like a black tea market or a green or a herbal, or primarily?
It depends. Yeah, it's a blend of all. I would say that the old tea drinkers, they would go more for black tea, and the green tea drinkers, they would go more for green teas and white teas because of health benefits. It's growing. Green tea market is really growing here, and white teas, but it's all niche too.
It's very niche. Here, when we make people try white tea, they almost find it very bland, like water. And so I always tell them that uh, for a palate, for a French palate or similar palate, it's very good because the food is not so spicy, and that plays a major role. Here it's half the people don't understand white tea because of that factor, because our food is spicy.
Yeah. Yes, of course. So you have to convince them that it's good for health. It's like here, people smoking, they don't have their perfect taste buds to appreciate a white tea.
Mm.
And even in India, you have some very consistent white teas with a really nice body and flavor.
Right.
So it really depends on the tea.
Right.
I think that the white teas from the Nilgiri are just perfect for anyone who would like to discover white teas.
Right. And is it more loose tea or tea bags in France right now, as per you?
Tea bags.
Tea
People
bags.
are always running after time, so it's tea bags.
So maybe in like
But,
office or working time, they use tea bags, and at home when they're leisure, they use loose tea.
It's really mainly tea bags. People nowadays, they go for some more ecological solutions. So that's how the loose tea market is growing.
Okay, that's
even some companies. I supply a company in Belgium, and so their first request was for they wanted some tea for the people working in the company, and also for their clients when they have some meetings. So I told them that it would be better to get some loose tea and less expensive, and that they just had to use a strainer. So that's how they skip to these to loose tea.
and it's more economical also to use.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Sometimes it's a factor when it comes to very expensive teas. That could be a factor.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So it's nice to know about the French tea culture and the market for Indian teas in France. Anything else that you would like to add from your end?
I think that Indian teas could be really successful. because they are less intimidating than other teas. You know, these Chinese teas, Japanese teas, you have the tea ceremony. And in India, I always tell my clients, it's so easy. You don't have to worry about anything. Just make your tea and enjoy it. Of course, you have to respect the brewing time and the water temperature, but that's all. There is no ceremony. It's a friendly tea, very easy, and so great and diverse.
That's a great point, actually. I like that. Yeah. Okay, so I think I have had all my questions and doubts cleared. And thank you so much, Anne, for your time today. I hope we get to do the session once again soon.
Thank you, Nikita. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anne. Bye. Take care. Namaste.